All right, so now we're going to talk about a parent's responsibilities and things that parents need to do. So, first, I'm going to show you this video. This is a video of kids that were asked what their parents do for work. So, here we go.
What do your parents do for work?
My dad, he does a hotel.
What does your mom do all day?
Sleep.
Do you know what your parents do for work?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Really?
I forgot what the name is. I know he does something with schools. Psychologist, I think. A school psychologist, I think.
He's never told you what he does before?
Why don't you ask?
No, I don't like asking. I think he sells copy machines. I think he's a cashier.
He types things or something. I don't know.
It's something with computers.
Computer. He does computers. My dad goes to Microsoft. He works at Microsoft.
You're building Google, right, Dad? Google?
What does your mom do for work?
She works. She's, what is it called again? I don't know.
Forgot.
Don't ask me.
I go to her work a lot, but I don't really understand what the main reason about her work is.
What do you do?
She owns a music school. She's a cheech ballet, a gymnastic job teacher. She works at school.
Do you think you'd want to do what your mom does?
No. No.
Why not?
All she does is work on papers and computers. She gets candy in her office. That's cool. I like that.
What do your parents do for work?
Life insurance?
What's life insurance?
Pretty sure it's like when you die, what happens or something.
If your house caught on fire, they'll pay for all that.
I have no idea what life insurance means. He just does it.
What do you think they do when they go to work?
He does a lot of meetings. Coming from like a meeting,
Meeting with some client.
helping clients. I have no idea what a client is.
What do your parents do for work?
My mom does a lot of jobs. 7 hotels. My dad helps build planes.
Fills up plane. He builds the plane.
Are you sure?
My mom is a medical assistant.
She works at a nursing home. It's not a nurse, it's kind of like a nurse.
She's a caregiver. She helps people. Like when you're older and kind of forget things, it kind of help you remember things.
Do you think their jobs are hard?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 50%.
No. He really just looks around, talks to people.
I just don't feel like they do that much. My mom is just a sub.
Just a sub?
Yeah.
Well, my mom doesn't go to school anymore. She doesn't go to work.
My mom's just a mom.
She's at home.
She stays at home?
She goes everywhere. She gets everything my dad wants. Mommy goes downstairs. Daddy goes to real work.
What do your parents do for a living?
Well, they're both attorneys.
What's that mean?
They're attorneys. I don't know much more. My mom is a realtor.
My dad is an architect.
She's a flight attendant, software engineer, scientist, meteorologist,
An electrician.
a firefighter, painter, police officer. Yeah, red people. My mom is Batgirl, and my dad is Batman. So my dad, he works in the Air Force, and my mom used to be a paramedic. So she used to see a lot of blown up arms. It looks kind of fun.
Okay, so I just thought that was kind of a cute video to talk about responsibilities that parents have. A lot of kids are not aware of everything that their parents do for them, right? A lot of kids don't even know what their parents do for work. So let's talk about some of the responsibilities parents do have. So we're going to watch this video that's going to talk about the job description for parenting to introduce that, right? Because parenting in and of itself is kind of like a job. So here we go.
Imagine someone offered you a job with a huge title, massive expectations, and no job description. They just told you, follow your instincts, you'll be a natural. Would you take that job? I don't think so. How would you ever know without a job description how to do your job, when your day was done, where your strengths were, where your challenges were? You wouldn't. However, that is how we have been expected to parent for generations. Parenting is the biggest job in the world, the most challenging job in the world, the most noble job in the world, and it is completely ambiguous. Never comes with an instruction manual. I was a single parent, and from the day my daughter was born, I was desperate for an instruction manual. I wished my parents had had an instruction manual. And every parent I have worked with in almost 30 years of time management and organizing coaching has come to me with the same issues. How do I choose between conflicting priorities? Job ambiguity in any role is a recipe for overwork, inefficiency, and insecurity. Doesn't that sound like what parenting is? So I decided to fix that problem and be the first person who dared come up with a job description. And here it is. It's actually kind of simple and elegant. First, break the job into two parts: raising a human and being a human. Because just because you have kids, you don't stop being a human. In fact, you're in the prime of your own adult development years, the very years you're raising your kids. Raising a human and being a human. And then each of those has 4 components. I'm going to tell you more about those components in a separate video so that I don't take too much of your time right now. But once you understand this simple roadmap, you can use it as a rudder to balance your time and make sure you're doing everything you need to bring out the best in your child and you.
Okay. So I like that video because it talks about how the job description for parenting, there's 2 parts. One is raising a human. The second one is being a human. Sometimes we forget about that second piece. Okay. But it's important as well. So here are some parenting responsibilities. First of all, parents are legally responsible to provide for the child's needs. In a parent-child relationship, the parent does the giving and the child does the receiving. Parents should learn all they can about how children grow and develop. Some benefits of studying children. Number 1, we can better understand the reasons behind their behavior, so why they do what they do. And number 2, we can understand how children actually develop and why they are the way they are. So some of the things that we'll talk about in this class, we'll talk about why kids say why all the time. We'll talk about like temper tantrums. We'll talk about the terrible twos, why kids say no all the time and want to do things on their own. We'll talk about a lot of those things that are very common, but sometimes parents don't realize that they're common. And we'll talk about why they're common and why they happen. So, we're gonna end this one here, and I'll see you in the next video talking about how experiences impact us later on in life.